G'day mate. I thought I'd do a video on claim saw wars torture tests. So go through them what they are, every one of them, so you know where you are. So this is a Neotech NS872. It's a clone still 038AV. Now it's 72.2 cc's. 52 mil piston and 34 mil stroke. Yeah, 34 mil stroke, and it does 13,500 revs. Apparently standard. Now this comes from Chainsaw Collection Corner, so that's what they say. I don't know what they're meant to do, but it sounds about right to me. But last time on the test between this one and that one, the Husqvarna, I said this one because it was lighter and it just seemed to pull, so I was all happy with that. But I thought I'd go for every saw so you know what we're talking about. I'll put the one down there, just go for each one. So I'll get this one here. There's a clone 372 at Boomerang. Now, I've asked them some details, but they don't want to help me out at all. So I have had one apart before. It is a 50cc, 50 mil piston and 38 mil stroke. Supposedly on the Chainsaw Collection Corner, it does 13,500 revs. So don't know if it does or not. Now it's 71 cc's. So maybe a little bit extra, I don't know, stroke, yeah, a little extra stroke. Maybe it will beat the saws. I'll tell you what we're going to do with that to why it might, because it should give it more torque. It should. Don't know if it will yet. That's that one. I run a few Boomerang bars, but not good. So now we've got a Paul's Husqvarna clone. It's a 272, 72 cc's, 52 cc, 52. We should stop doing it. 52 millimeter piston, 34 millimeter stroke. So that's the same as the Stihl. It came in 1993 apparently. The Stihl was 1985, so that's pretty old. The Husqvarna was 1999. I should have said that before, year-wise when it came in. But I don't mind this now. It's broken in. It goes quite good. So I didn't like it at all. It's before it was crap, but now it's broken in. It rocks a good little saw. I'm quite impressed with that. Put that one back now so it's my room. It sounds nice too. I like it. Maybe I'll go for last. This is Neotech's one. It's a Clone 372. This is a limited gold edition, which is one that I'll be giving away Boxing Day. So if someone wants it, they can get it. But it'll be a long, drawn-out process because I have to torture the saws. I have to port them all, and you've got to be willing to pay for postage because I'm a pensioner. I can't afford that. But if you're willing to wait and you want to win, it's quite easy. I have dropped a couple of clues, but you don't have to have clues, guys. Go into the internet, look up metric building blocks, and tell me what size is the yellow one, because that's the measurement. The building blocks are in cubic centimeters, so 1 cubic centimeter, I think, is the white one, so it's 1 by 1 by 1, it's white. Then you go to 2 by 1 by 1, that's 2. It goes on and on to do it. What's the yellow one? And that's the answer for how many coats of paint I did in that. So what I want to know is how many coats. So it doesn't really matter what it is, but if you want to enter, tell me how many quotes. I think 5 people have already got that right. So you got a real good chance of winning this. But just like and subscribe, and if you win, well, I can contact you straight away and you win. And I can post it to you. And if you don't like Husqvarna, fine, that's alright. I'll do this Stihl. Neotech. I'll give that one away instead, because it's been imported too, so it'll go like a bad of hell too. I'll explain what I'm doing soon. Just go for this sauce first. Now the next one is a Stihl. Paint because of full wrap. I always wanted full wrap, I should say. always wanted one, but now I have one. I don't like them because they're hard to fill up. They take up room. If you cut the firewood, the extra rep width with the handlebar here, it makes it pain in the butt. But yeah, the way it is. Now I didn't look this one up. Hang on, I'll go back to the house and look this one up because we need to know it's a A44. Hang on, guys. Okay, so we're going to look in the house. 11 o'clock at night, so got to be fairly quiet now in the shed. Now this is a G444 from Farmtech. Hope you guys can see that. So apparently it was introduced in 1993. It's 70.7 cc's, a 50mm piston, a 36mm stroke. So it's comparable to the other ones. So that's all. So I don't mind this, but I don't think it's broken in yet. I still feel like we'll get a bit more work out of it, but it'll break in. I'll put that one back. Now the one that will keep everyone fair and on their toes, because I love his size, is a size 6. Now I got this for my 40th birthday party, or for my 40th present I suppose, 10 years ago. Solo, so this is 1985, so it's old. It doesn't have a decompression valve, so low compression. It has been poured. It's had base gasket delete. Now these saws, if you have a look inside them, you don't need really to do that much to them. They're pretty hot the way they are. They got massive transfer chambers. Like they'll put 372 to shame. Just stand the way they are. They're like a what do you call, like a bullfrog. The way they expand it here, like just real big lungs. Got big carbies. Now the air filter on this one is not standard. It's meant to have a pod like that, similar to that, and they're like, but you can't buy them no more. So this is off a motorbike or quad bike Chinese made thing, but it won't fit. It's wrong size. It's also loose or less dust-proof. So that's a K&N air filter I got. It's for a motorbike. It's big, bigger than my shirt, but this saw came with a pod filler. But I don't have a standard one, so I left it on. But it's got a real bark noise when it sucks air. You can hear it go, but it's barked every time the piston goes up and down. Now it's a long stroker. Now 85. Now it's got a 69cc motor, so small motor. But get this, 48mm piston, so it's not a very big piston. 38mm stroke. Now that's a long stroke, and apparently it does 12,500 revs by memory, I believe. Now these are heavier, but they got a bigger crank, bigger flywheel, bigger bearings. The one thing I don't like about them, they got a piss poor weak oil pump. They're plastic, and you can't get parts. So if something goes bang on this, I've got some parts, but that's it. Game over. Like no one supplies parts for these, but you want a saw that has power or torque. These have got torque. It'll run a 36-inch bar, no worries at all. So I want to show that up in the videos, what this thing can do, so everyone has to chase this thing and see how it goes. Now this one being already poured, so I don't have to pour this one. But if it keeps up, well, and beats everyone, I'll be surprised. But they got different mufflers, the way they're designed, the way this one comes down. It just, they have been really, really well thought out. All die-cast aluminium base, but there's a lot of plastics on these saws, like plastic cover, plastic. It's a very different saw. The first thing Solo brought was captured nuts on the top of the cover. Solo was the first one to come out with a direct drive from crankshaft on the Solo Rex, the old girl. I should grab that. Hang on, I'll go grab the Solo Rex. Now going what I know, this is probably about 960 plus. It's a Mark II, because Mark IIs have a switch, plastic switch. Mark I's they got a brass push button switch here to turn it off, which can bite you if it's worn out. Got mineral oil on the side just here. It's got a massive 125cc motor, it's a big motor, long stroke, but they're the first saw to be direct drive from the crank, far as I know. The Mark 1 came out in 1958, but all the stores before that were gear drives. This is port, what do they call it? Not piston ported, but it's an intake port. So the way a piston intake port, yeah. There's no reeds on this valve, no reed valves on this saw. So powerful saw, not high rev, but it's like running a diesel. You can bury the bar of this in the wood. It just goes blur, it just keeps going. It's a really weird saw. Anyway, I'll put that back and I'll get something else out for you guys. Okay, that Solar Rex was the Martinsville Monster. I haven't had it running yet. Apparently when it does run, if you're not careful, because the spark plug's on top of the motor, these ones are all insulated. There's no insulator on that bike and it hurts. They got a really high capacity coil, like the real big coil, that all that wide, but it's really round. So it'll throw sparks about an inch. It's bugger. Now, if this is what I think it is, this is what the torture test will be all there. So I'll open this up. Pretty sure I know this. Been saving up for money for this, doing odd jobs and fixing things. And a little bit of cash, not much. It's because it's 11 o'clock at night, I've been asleep all day. I fell over 3 times last week and hurt my knee and hurt my shoulder. Ain't silly fault, but you know. I was wrestling with my daughter and she's quite strong and she knocked me over and I felt my knee pop. Almost pop. You know, you feel your knee twist when you get done, something's happening. And I let it happen, I fell on the floor, but I hurt myself. And since then my leg's been really weak, I suppose the word would be. Weak and loose. But I'll get better. Always have, always will. Longer bars. We'll get them out for a little fall on me. Well, I don't want that to happen. We got some longer bars. Chains, good. Guys, I use my own discount code. How's that? Hang on, Michael said what I'm doing, and he I ordered these on Thursday. He mailed them on Friday. Today's Tuesday night, so that's fast. It's bottom of Australia, mid coast. That's Victoria to New South Wales. That's quick, really quick. On in there. Oh, there's scraps. Okay, I'll check that over there. Knocking the camera over. Close. Right, so what have we got? Chain. How many teeth is that? Don't know. There's probably about 20 inch, I'd say. So, 72 drive. So be 20 inch. No, oh yeah, 72. 72. So that's 20 inch bars. That'd be a 20 inch bar fast flyer. So I want that. That should be a 20 inch for a still. Don't know if it is. It should be. Should be 20 inches still. That's a 42 inch for Haas fire. Because I don't have a big bar for the Haas fire. I got the 36, but that's it. It should be a Haas fire 24 inch. Yeah, 84. That's got his name on it. Last one he sent me didn't have his name, and I want to advertise. This guy's a good guy, so trying to help him out because he's helped me out. So he's a bit light refracts and reflects, but yeah. So what we're gonna do? Okay. So we're gonna torture these after talking to lots of people and just yakking with guys, you over the years and just different ways of doing things. Some people swear 20-inch bar. I thought, okay, I've got one 20-inch bar, GB bar for Husqvarna, but I didn't have one for still. Now I have a still. I've got a new one for Husqvarna here too, so I can put all the saws cut with 20-inch bar and see how they go and just go from that. Just give them a hardcore go, so let's change to that. So I'll grab the crap out of them. So I can do that now. And then I'll move on to 24-inch and see how they go. I got this is a Husqvarna. I've got the steel one, so I can get right off them. Then I'll step to a 36-inch bar. I've got that for the steel and I've got that for Husqvarna, so you've seen that before. And I'll push the saws and see if they can pull that at all. I know the saw I can. But so what I've done, I've got a skip tooth chain, the 36-inch bar on both saws, both bars. If they can get through that and don't mind that, then I've got a full chisel, full house chain for both saws, both the right lengths, and see if they can pull that. If they can pull that, I'll be flabbergasted. If they can, well, then I'll move on to 42-inch. Now the 42-inch is skip tooth chain, which would be a full house chisel, I think, when it comes to cutters and stuff like that. So I'll go to that. But curious to see how far will the clutches stand for it. At the moment the saw hesitates or doesn't want to do it, I'll stop. So what I'll use is a straight ruler. So say it's a ruler. I'm going to weld a 90 degree on the end of it. So this in here, 90 degree, I'll drop that in the cut so I can measure from the end where it starts to the end where I cut. Let's see how many inches it does say. It might say I don't know, 32 inches, and that's it. Well, if that's the case, I know. So I can write that down and then go through each saw and see which saw and can pull all that. Now, if a saw's got a long stroke and also can rev, to me you get power. But the solo has that but doesn't have the compression. So maybe it will lack that. So my next one would probably be 372, but I don't know, the 030 or 044 or G444, it's pretty good too, but after the 272 comes life, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Now I'll do some softwood and hardwood and see how, if there's a difference. I'll start with softwood, obviously. Use all brand new chains where applicable, where it's probably possible. But just to see, I'll push these things, and hopefully it doesn't get too hot too soon, because in Australia we get stinking hot, and these things don't have spark arresters. This one has a spark arrestor, but these ones late in the afternoon, you start cutting these sparks, go chung chung. So you be careful of that. So that's the gist, guys. So now I've got to say thank you to Michael, because he's helped me out over the years. Look at his website, longer chainsaws and there's longer chainsaws. I'll put it in the description. If you use my Mr. Hanger 1 YouTube name, you get 12% off to the end of this year as a Christmas thing. But yeah, 12%. That's why I mentioned why this 12% is a big deal when it comes to costs and stuff. You guys get ready for next winter. That's what I'm saying. He will deliver to America, New Zealand. He does other deliveries, but he's here for that. But ask him. He's a guy full of knowledge. So if you want help, ask him. He does all sorts of saws, metallic and stuff like that. So you can probably get whatever you need. Rolls of chains and stuff like that. Now the other guy is Arthur Yang. I bought this Neotech saw, this one, because I wanted two saws, because I've done one up in there for you, but I bought this one and got yakking to him, just, being friendly, because Australians are friendly, we yak and talk. If someone's rude, I'll tell them they're rude, but they're not, nice guys. Now, Arthur's been nothing but nice to me, so I like pushing his stuff, because his stuff, I can tell you now, is better than Boomerang. It's just better quality. Yes, it's Chinese made, but I don't mind. Some of the stuff in that is good stuff. The cylinders made in Italy, but I can see it's better built quality than most stuff I've seen too. It does some runs. My first saw I built as a kit saw, So I thought, you get worried, will it start? And it did start quite well. So I was happy with that. Another guy, Mr. Butcher, he's helped me out. He's an old mate. So he's new starts construction. He does fencing and stuff like that. So he helped me out. You see me on earlier videos where cutting out a different wood yard. He does firewood, so I cut his stuff up, so he helps me out. Another bloke I got, Brad, he's let me cut stuff at his yard now. So I got someone else to cut. So I'm thanks for him too. He helped me out with this stuff. Medhurst earth moving, because I've cut some timbers, his stuff, big timber, 36 bar stuff recently. I'm cutting his stuff. He's helped me out with some fuel and oil and stuff like that to cut his stuff up so I can do videos. So he understands too. He's a bit older than me, but he understands. When you're sick, you can't do much. So he's just willing to do video content. He's a cool dude too. Who else? I hope I haven't forgotten someone else. True Blue Australian Tree Services. Rodney, he's a good mate from years ago. My first job, I used to make coffins. That's where I met Rodney. There you go. And Rodney and me were on the production line putting coffins together. I was only a young little bloke, 17 years old, weighed nothing. I would have been 73, 74 kilos, something like that. He's probably 12 years older than me. I got yakking to him for about 2 years. I moved on to another job, and the coffin shop went bust. So I still talk to him. He found out how to stroke it, and I got to know him a bit better over the last few years. But he's helped me out too. He is one who he originally bought helped me buy the G444. Who it was? No, it was it's 288 up there. Yeah, it's 288. So, and I got the 4046. So he's helped me out so I can do content, stuff like that. But I hope I haven't forgotten anyone else. My wife, she's put up with me crap for a long time. But yeah, it's just good, guys. I enjoy it. Now, if anyone has in Australia has another brand name who wants their saw ported, I'll port their saw. If I can use it in this chainsaw Clone Wars as a comparison saw. Like if you got a McCulloch, I know it's not a clone, but let's show these clones where the old girls, like I like original stuff if I can get it or if I can afford it. But I like the old saws, but I want, like, it'd be nice to get a Poulan Pros 70cc. I don't know what they are or what they exist, or a McCulloch the same sort of size, but all these saws are about 70cc. So if you got one in Australia and you want me to port it, send it to me. I'll just make sure it's a good runner. I don't want a saw I have to fix to get it run. I don't have to try and find pistons and rings, and if it's a good runner, that'll work for me, it'll work for you. Once it's in compared standard, then I'll port the whole lot of them. I'll make sure they run perfectly, and until finished, I'll send it back to you, clean and ported. So if you want to do that, I'll do that for you, guy. So I think that's it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this, guys. This is going to be fun. It might open up eyes. I don't know. I'm not a still or a Savannah guy. I'm a silo guy, simply because they're engineered for power and they're heavy. But really, when you cut, you lift the saw up, put in timber, and the way the saw cuts, you're not holding them. So, but they are heavy to get around the bush and carry on for a while. Like there's a size 690. It's a size 690 just up there. Now that should have more power than the MS 660. It's got only got a 55mm piston, still got a 54. It's got a slightly shorter stroke for as memory goes, but still got a longer stroke. But it produces, it's a small motor, it's 90, just under 91cc, I think it was. It has more kilowatts, so it's selling and saws. The more you look at saws, the more you think, wow, why is that different to that? But it's got oversized bearings as well, but same base as the 70 here, 670. So if I want to, I've never done it, but if I wanted to pull this saw apart, I could use the case halves. It'd fit the 690, 680, 690, or 603. They share the same cases, same bolt pattern. same clutch covers, same dogs, pull stars. They're all the same, but different capacity crank cylinders. That's basically even different carbs, but same fuel tanks, all that crap. But yeah, this will be fun. All right, guys, I'm looking forward to it. All right, thanks for watching. And I also remember, always forget things. I have to say thanks to Paul for letting me muck around with his saw. He's the guy who owns the 272 three saws in the shed. Yeah, it's this guy here. So I'll do the same for him. I'll pour it when it's finished and send it back to him. He also, I'm doing his 3120, finishing off his G395 XP. He's letting him make around his stuff. He's a nice guy too. And also Ish, because I do stuff. Ish has the 291 and the 009. So I'm always making around other guys' saws, but I just appreciate it, guys. And now, that's it, I hope. No one else? Alright, good luck, guys. Over and out. Longer chainsaws and bars, bits and pieces. If you go to his website, longerchainsaws.com.au, you can get 12% off if you use my Mr. Hanger 1 YouTube name on the order form. He sends it to America, New Zealand, all around Australia. A good guy. If you've got a question, ask. He's got the answer to most things. But yeah, it's a good Christmas present. So the end of 2022, it's when it finishes. So I'll just advertise as much as I can for him. Alright guys, you've seen how they cut. I've done plenty of videos on hardwood Australia, and they last. They're good stuff. Alright guys, thanks for watching.